Hey, man, listen. Listen, listen. I promise you, I had started recording and I tried to get like cutesy and demure for you guys. Like I put on a little makeup because I got some stuff going on with my skin and put some lashes on. I took that whole right off mid video. So I tried, but
Oh, great heavens!
this is bothering me. So I gave it my best, but I think that I'm good, regular. So I took the lashes off, to the makeup off, and here I am to you as raw as I can be.
I can respect that.
What's up, you guys? My name is Yasminda, and I have decided to rebrand. Yes, I have changed my YouTube channel from Jack T Animations to IBYB. You get it? Because my name is Yaz, and my last name starts with a B.
Do I get bonus points if I act like I care?
You get it. So yeah, I decided to change my channel name because the Jack T Animations kind of limits me to animating. Initially, I started the channel to be an animation channel, but animations take time and I can't get them done fast enough in order for YouTube to push my videos. So I will still do animations, but I'm also going to do a collective of a bunch of other things. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, we're going to check out a video by The Spill, and it's going to be titled Toxic Boy Moms Have Finally Lost It. TikTokers are now tagging the FBI. That is funny. I actually know a couple of boy moms myself, and I don't have very good reviews. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video.
How close is too close when it comes to the relationship between a mother and her son?
That right there was crazy.
Little boy. It's different.
Born to be your lover.
That was nasty. If you kiss your kids on the mouth, that's crazy to me. Not even infancy. No, that's crazy. Don't kissing your kid on the mouth. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is diabolical.
Forced to be your mother.
See, at first glance, these mothers' posts about the love and affection they have for their boys appear perfectly
safe.
innocent, heartwarming even. However,
wait, what does that say? That's the point. It's for him to grow up and get married and have another woman in his life other than you. Stop treating your sons like they're your man, please. Is she a single mom? Because it's given single mom. Because I really honestly feel like if there was a husband in the picture. But then again, no, men are weird too. I don't know.
under the boy mom trend's surface, there's an unsettling layer that viewers
I don't know how. I don't think I can. What is this? I don't think I can continue this video. What the?
Oh my God! What is that?
What is this? That's not her son. That's her son? Is she kissing her son on the mouth like that? That is a passionate kiss. That's like Romeo Juliet kiss. That is a lot. That's, I don't know.
can't ignore. And it involves the seemingly unhealthy attachment these creators have to their sons. All boy moms are weird because if a girl dad did this, everyone would be pissed.
For real. Like, if you, like, for this not to be weird, and then you see a father and his daughter being all like that, y'all would think that that's weird. How do y'all not think that that's weird? They record this and then they post it. You have to re-watch this stuff. You have to re-look at it, evaluate it, edit, and then post it. When do you find that line where it's like, maybe I should keep this to myself? Unfortunately, boy moms have this stigma to where they don't see anything wrong with it, and it's just all weird.
Boy moms are a different breed.
They are.
The level of disturbance I felt. Today, we're talking about toxic boy moms.
Do you really feel like the emotional that you're performing with your son is going to help him or hinder him?
Not to be confused with women who have sons. Toxic boy.
Yeah, because I have sons, and you will never see me doing this with them. Never, ever. Not even never. I've never. No. I've never thought, oh, I'm gonna kiss my son. I would never think to kiss my son on his mouth. He barely wants a kiss on his cheek. The most I'll get is the forehead. That's the closest I'll get. I might get a hug. I might not. If I do sneak in a kiss on the cheek, it's immediately getting wiped off. No.
Make the gender of their children specifically their son, their entire personality.
My boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Steve.
All right, heart and soul is ridiculous. Now, your children, obviously, when they're born, you fall in love with them. Obviously. Well, not all mothers, but for regular moms, when you have your kid, you obviously fall in love at the first sight of them. You hold them, you take care of them, you bond with them. Saying that your son has your soul is crazy.
Stevie Lee, she is just the greatest little girl in the world. But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom.
But are these mothers as toxic as they seem? Take a look at this viral video of what appears to be a football player celebrating with his high school sweetheart after winning the big match. Wholesome, right? Not exactly.
That's his mom. What? That's not his girlfriend, that's his mom.
Yes, the woman wrapped around the boy while his teammates awkwardly watched was his mother, who captioned the post.
You can see homeboys in the back. They like, yeah, nah, I don't even want to be here. I'm going to just act like I didn't see that. But when we get to the locker room, I'm going to clown his ass, though.
When I walked up to hug my baby boy after his game, he immediately picked me up and just held me. It may have been 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. I have no idea. But in this moment, time stood completely still. Naturally, the internet had a field day in the comment section. She's definitely wearing white to his wedding. I feel for any girl he tries to bring home. Shake my head.
Like, moms like this, they can never get married. The sons, they can never have a girlfriend. They can never get married. They can't even be gay because they're just going to take over everything. They're going to take over the way he eats. I mean, what he eats. They're going to take over the way he dresses. They're going to take over. They're probably going to come to his house to clean his room. I've dealt with guys like that. I used to deal with a few guys. A lot of the guys that I've dealt with were mama's boys, and they were boy moms. They could do no wrong. There was one guy I was dating. I don't know what you consider dating. This is really bothering me. Anyway, yeah, and his mom would come to his house weekly, every weekend, and clean his house, do his laundry, wash the dishes, clean his room, vacuum, make up his bed every week. And he was okay with that. She was okay with that. When he told me that, I was like,
What?
weird. You know what? Maybe, she just want to make sure her son is, like extra clean or whatever. And I was like, well, does she scrub behind your ears too? Like, it was weird. I didn't say that at the time, but it was weird to me.
She's trying to show off in front of his friends too. So embarrassing for him. Following this, the boy's mother, Amber Lunright, came forward to defend what she described as an innocent hug.
If you're one of the people that happens to see something immoral.
First of all, she is beautiful. She don't look like a mom. She don't look like nobody's mother. I would have thought that she was his girlfriend too. Maybe he's into older girls, but the fact that is his mother and she leapt up into his arms like that, it's questionable.
Or wrong with it, then I'm just gonna say that's on you.
Yes, according to Amber, it was the internet's twisted imagination that ruined the special moment, and she believed she knew the root of his reaction.
It just seems very hypocritical that because I may look a certain way that society may deem more aesthetically pleasing.
Ma'am, it wasn't about you looking a certain way. It was the fact that you ran out onto the field, saw your son, jumped up into his arms. He had to grab you by your thighs. That is an intimate grab. No one should be grabbing you in that area except for your man. He lifted you up and you wrapped
your legs around him
on the football field in front of everybody. From a certain angle, it looked like y'all were making out. So I don't think the internet was perverting anything. I think it has nothing to do with how you look. You look beautiful. You're gorgeous. You being beautiful has nothing to do with anything. You ran.
That it's almost been okay to attack me for it.
Amber, however, wasn't going to delete the video or do anything to conform to the type of mother the internet wanted her to be.
I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change the way I dress.
Ma'am, no one is asking you to change. All that we ask you to do is not to intimately have your son grab you by your thighs and you wrap your legs around him. That's it. That's all we're saying. You can run out onto the field to your son. You can give him kisses all over his face. You can hug him, but do not leap into his arms as he I think y'all get it.
I'm not going to change the way I interact with my kid. I'm not going to change my voice. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to stop putting Botox in my face, and I'm not going to stop taking care of myself.
Her son,
You putting Botox in your face has absolutely nothing to do with this. Here she go. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just not gonna say it right now.
Brixton, also chimed in when someone DM'd him asking for the full story. My mom is my hero, he wrote. I was giving her a hug after the game, and I did pick her up. She did not jump on me. My mom has been the only person there for me my whole life. I grew up with an alcoholic dad who would just come and go when he wanted, and he was great when—
Oh, so she's a single mom. Okay, that kind of explains it. She has brainwashed this boy into acting like her man. Because he's covering for her. I don't care what no one says. He didn't pick her up. She leapt into his arms. It's the way. And even if he did pick her up on his own volition, I think I said that word wrong. Volition.
Shut your stupid ass up.
I'll look it up later. Even if he did pick her up on his own, that's still weird, because why does he think that that's okay in front of the whole school? I'm assuming that is weird. And the fact that he doesn't see anything weird with that is even more weird. I'm calling CPS.
when he was sober, but when he wasn't, he was just so dark and different. According to Brixton, his mom was the person who showed up to his games, not his dad. However, when his dad took his own life in 2021, Brixton changed his jersey number to—
That'll do it. Oh, that is unfortunate. I don't take back what I said, but I am sorry for your loss. I still stand 10 toes down on what I just said, but that is unfortunate. I'm sorry.
For April 4th. It was her first time seeing me wear it in person. So obviously she was very emotional, and so was I. All it was a big hug from me to her.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like she saw her man in her son, because he was wearing something that, kind of like a memorial to his father. She saw that and immediately was like, oh my God, let me jump into your arms and kiss you in the middle of the football field in front of your friends. CPS.
Her. The next mom, however, is harder to defend. In April 2023, TikToker Real Mom Stuff posted a video to the song Oh Boy by Cameron. In text, she wrote 2 questions she clearly received a lot. Why do you like being a boy mom? Don't you wish you had a girl? The mother's response? No, baby. She then listed the reasons why she believed raising boys was superior, including the ability to shave their head if they get lice, no pink clothes, wrestling, and never having to go—
First of all, do not hem your baby up like that. Do not do that, okay? Do not do that. That is not wrestling. That is roughhousing. You do not roughhouse with a toddler. Anything can happen. You gotta be careful. I just want to say that.
Because she'll be going to see monster trucks with her sons. At one point in the video, the caption reads, all the girls see the boy and go hard eyes. A statement many viewers found disturbing.
Are you using your son to attract other women?
Right.
Imagine if this was a dad and he was saying, I love it when other guys look at my little daughter.
Exactly. That is weird. That is crazy. That's weird. I need people to understand that is weird. Say it with me. That is weird. It's weird. Why do you want other women looking at your son? Yeah, he's probably handsome. He's probably cute. He's a kid. All kids, no, not all kids are cute.
And that's the truth.
But kids generally mostly are cute. You're trying to welcome other women to your son? That's crazy. That's CP.
And they go, oh my God, that's the most adorable thing in the world.
There were many against the mom, calling her out for her hypocrisy.
I hate pink.
Has a pink shirt on. And even criticizing the mother for following traditional gender roles. I hope he wears pink and wants to do ballet when he gets older.
That's messed up.
You named all the things girls can do too. But the boy mom community—
Exactly, precisely. Like, girls can like monster trucks. Girls can get haircuts. Girls can wear Jordans. Like, what? I don't understand her point. I guess she's just really fascinated with the fact that she has a boy. I don't get what that has to do with not wanting or having a girl, because girls can do all the same things that the boys can do. Boys can like all the same things that girls like. I know a little boy right now loves My Little Pony. Have you seen My Little Pony? My Little Pony is the shit. It's a really good show. But like, I don't know. People's reasoning for things sometimes baffles me.
On the other hand, we're quick to defend her. Boy moms rock. We see all our son's future angry in-laws in the comments. Boy moms unit, the girl moms are so triggered. For what? Damn, let us be happy. These girl moms are taking this way too personally. Even real mom stuff didn't seem to take the criticism seriously, as she captioned the video, LMAO, don't get mad at me and don't kill my vibe.
As a girl mom, because I have girls and boys, as a girl mom, I would never prioritize raising my boy versus raising my girl. I don't see, no, first of all, weird is weird. It doesn't have anything to do with what gender child you have. Weird is weird. Like if I was to dress my daughter up in pink all the time, and but actually I kind of do, but if I was to be out here with my daughter, you know, like doing the things that the boy moms are doing, it would still be weird. Whether it doesn't matter the gender, it's the behavior that's weird. It's not what kind of kid you got. It's what you do with the kid. You have to be mindful of what you're doing with the kid, especially when you're out in public. You're out in public and you're posting things on the internet, but you don't want nobody to say anything about it. Then don't post it. Put it in the family photo album or something.
Tips for saying girls can do all those things. I
Exactly.
know, but it's oh boy, so let me have a good time, okay? And my shirt is salmon, not pink.
Pink,
and if you thought
stupid.
that was
That is
bad,
pink.
this next mom crosses possessive.
Imagine getting into an argument with somebody about what's pink. Salmon, pink. Magenta, pink. Powder pink, pink. Periwinkle, pink. What, actually periwinkle pink?
Nope.
I'll find out.
One mother was lip syncing to Happier by Olivia Rodrigo,
I don't know that
but
song.
changed the lyrics to show her love for her son. I hope you're happy, but not how you were with me. I'm selfish, I know. I can't let you go. So find someone great, but don't find no one better. Not everyone was thrilled that these mothers were putting themselves above their son's future girlfriends and wives.
That's
He's your
weird.
son, not your boyfriend.
That is
This is
weird.
not the energy I want to project. Thanks.
It's giving crazy psycho X. That's what it's giving. It's giving, oh my God, we broke up, but I don't want you to move on, but you're my mother. It's weird. Say it with me. It's weird. Thank you. That's weird.
Thanks. Dealing with a son-obsessed mother-in-law is so stressful. I can't.
Oh my God. I can't even tell you. First of all, he runs to his mom for everything. They will run to their mother for everything. They will let their mother talk to you any kind of way and he will not defend you. If he does defend you, it's behind closed doors, or it's just like, well, I don't think that you should be talking to her like that. It's soft. It's very soft and meek.
Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
She's going to be in y'all business all the time, and prepare for her to move in with you. She's living with y'all. She is living with the two of you. Ladies, I need you to look for the red flags. If the mom is too involved,
Run.
get up out of there.
Can't stand boy moms that act like this.
It's
But
stressful.
again, fellow boy moms jump to the defense. My boys aren't dating until they're married.
That
You
is
can really see who's
stupid.
never been a mom in the comment section.
Excuse me? What do you mean? I took that way too personally. Sorry.
It's a joke. OMG, people.
No, it's not.
So,
It's not.
why are some people disgusted with these boy moms? It turns out the internet's distaste for them traces back to another virtual villain, the pick-me girl.
A pick-me girl is somebody who specifically goes out of her way to diminish the value of other women by verbally putting them down or pointing out their flaws. Is you're choosing the validation of a man over being an alliance to another woman.
Yes, if there's one thing pick-me girls love, it's bringing other women down to win the approval of men. After all, sisterhood and friendship mean nothing when every woman is seen as competition. And what happens when those women start having children? According to the internet, they become boy moms
They
who
start
use their
doing
sons
that.
for validation. Which leads us to a concerning question. What happens when boy moms have daughters? They're the ones who suffer. One
Let me tell you, not to delve too much into my personal life. My mom is a boy mom. The way she raised us, because I am the oldest of 7, and it was 3 girls first, and then the boys came last. Once the boys came into the picture, it was donezo. We began to take on another role, and the boys got away with everything. They were bad as hell, and they just got away with everything. And even still to this day, I really feel like there's a certain amount of grace that the boys will get that we will never get. So I get that. I understand that. And that's part of the reason why I would never raise my sons like that. Boy moms tend to let their sons get away with murder. It's always, like say for instance, you're dating someone and he puts his hands on you. The first thing out the mom's mouth is, well, what did you you do to make him so angry? What did you say to him? I will slap you and your son. So yeah, I agree with that. It's unfortunate, and I really feel like people, women mostly, we need to deal with our trauma and deal with our issues before we start having kids, because then you end up with people like that thigh gripping their mom in the middle of a football field.
Of the infamous toxic boy moms guilty of this is TikToker Anna Saccone Jolie, and she openly showed her favoritism towards her son.
I never thought that I would be that toxic boy mom. I love my 4 kids equally, but that last little boy just hits different.
And when it came to the last part, she meant literally.
He hits his sisters, he punches them. I'm like, maybe he's having a hard day.
As for the possibility that her son might grow up to love someone who...
You see what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see, like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, they can be the bottom of the barrel type men. They can be the disrespectful type. They can be a serial killer, and they will still just unconditional love. Oh, he can do no wrong. Your son literally blew up a building. What do you mean he's having a bad day? If you don't get your kid before I start... No, that was uncalled for. My bad. Sorry.
Isn't his mother. That was something Anna couldn't stomach.
So when I think about my daughters getting married, I get excited, right? When I think about my son's wedding, I want to cry.
While the video ended on the moment of self-awareness,
boy moms, we got to step up. We got to realize that we are the problem.
Viewers were disturbed by what the mother admitted. I've actually always wondered how boys grow up to be abusive partners, so this was super educational.
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Again, not without getting too much into my personal. I've been in a DV situation before, and it was always my fault. It was always what I said. It was always what I did, and it's never you're wrong. It was never why did you do that. It was never, oh, you had no reason to. It was always, well, what did you do? What did you say to him? It starts with the moms. I honestly feel like most of the problems with a lot of men who are like that, it's the mom's fault. And you know what? The mom should continue to deal with him. So go home and stay home and let her change your diaper and whatever it is that she want to do with you. It's weird. It's almost incestual. Am I saying that right?
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. Now wait just a minute. And you're ugly, just like your mum.
He's having a bad day. When he's being violent? Why don't my daughters talk to me anymore?
Right.
And one name echoed through comments and response videos. Sigmund Freud.
But that last little boy...
Who's Sigmund Freud?
It's different.
I'll look it up.
Hey Sigmund, come here. I have a video I want you to watch.
As for what a neurologist had to do with a TikTok mom, we'll get to that. While the backlash intensified, many were grateful that Anna decided to speak her mind. Not because they agreed with her, but because her video showcased just how toxic boy moms can be.
Exactly.
I am so glad that video went viral, because it just proves that all the daughters of boy moms are not exaggerating.
After all, in multiple videos, Anna referred to her son as her favorite child.
Getting rid of my girls for the weekend, so I have the fave child all to myself.
When I hear my husband putting the favorite child in timeout, when you try to pick on your little bro, but you forget he's mom's favorite. POV, you're a toxic boy mom.
In case you were wondering, the punchline of this joke is that she doesn't love her daughters as much as she loves her son. Hashtag boy mom.
Yes, the favoritism was undeniable, and possibly not just to viewers.
And the fact that she's just broadcasting this like there's no, again, you can keep all of that to yourself. Once you put it on the internet, you're opening that door to criticism, and then you want to try and go on the internet and defend yourself. No, what you should have done is kept all of that to yourself.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
And keep it with you. Get a photo album. Make home movies. I don't care, but stop doing this. Like even if you do feel like you love your daughters more than you love your son, why you gotta tell everybody? Why does everybody need to know that? I don't understand. And then
and they know. Your daughters.
Yes, they know. Yep.
And if you ever thought for a second that they didn't know, they do.
Yeah.
And if they don't know yet, they will.
But as some pointed out, This sort of possessive, overly loving behavior can also negatively impact the son.
Do you think that he's gonna go out into the world and now try to find his mommy and other women? Yes.
Yes.
Do you think that's
Oh my God. I dated a guy. Again, these are all separate guys that I'm talking about. It was a phase, okay? It was a phase. There was another guy that I was dating, and I had already had my children, so I was self-sufficient, had my apartment. I was good to go, you know, did my own thing. But then when I met him, and as I got to know him and the relationship started taking a serious turn, he literally expected me to do everything that his mom did. I did it. But every time that I didn't, or anytime that I showed that I just just not feeling it today, he would, oh, well, my mom this and my mom that and my mom and my mom and my mom. Well, go be with your mom then. Like, she still walked around him naked at his big age. It was weird. And that's why I steer clear of mama's boys. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I will never teach my sons to be that way. Stay away from mama's boys. They still in diapers and they need to keep being changed. They throw tantrums and everything. I couldn't do it, won't do it, will never do it again. Ladies, look for the signs, okay? The flags will be there. You just have to see them. No, not even see them. You just gotta acknowledge them, because you can see them. You can see the flags. The flags will be right in your face. You just gotta take it for what it is and move accordingly.
Yes. Do you think that's going to help him? Do you think that there are women just lining up to act like that boy's mommy?
Now let's look at another instance of a boy mom shoving her daughter aside for her son, this time physically.
Why does she not? Let me play it.
In 2023, TikTok user Ashley James posted a video of her
She did not just toss that baby to the ground like that. Oh, she sucks ass so hard.
gender reveal. And as the text written over the video foreshadowed,
And look at her
it
trying to
captured
figure out what
the moment their
happened.
daughter Ava realized she was no longer the favorite. The video started with the father guiding their daughter to pull on the string of the gender reveal box.
1, 2, 3, go, pull it.
When the blue confetti came through, the mother seemingly pushed their daughter to the ground as she reached for the confetti.
That's crazy.
The daughter then bounced off of her father's shoe before the mother picked her up. The original clip has now since been deleted, but the re-uploads and criticism remain. Yeah, go on, mom. Just push your child on the ground in order for you to get up. Poor baby. I fell down the rabbit hole of toxic boy moms, and this is giving toxic boy mom. Even as a joke, this isn't funny. I can only imagine the rejection and sadness this little girl must feel.
Right, she was confused.
Her face. She instantly was looking for her mom.
Yeah, she was shocked. She was confused. She didn't know what was going on. She was like, what the fuck? What just happened?
Interview with Newsweek, Ashley defended herself. Everything was happening so fast. And in the moment, I had no idea that Ava even fell down. I didn't even know until after.
Bro. And again, this is where I call bullshit. You had to post it, right? You had to rewatch it. You had to edit it. You had to watch it again to make sure you looked good. And then you had to post it. And then after you post it, you watch it again. And then as you get notifications, you watch it again. Like, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. I call straight up bullshit.
After watching the video, Ashley said, when my family sent me pictures and videos from the reveal, they made sure to jokingly let me know that I pushed over their sweet baby girl. Of course, I could do nothing but hug our sweet girl and laugh about it. Ashley later released the full video, captioned, the extended version of our gender reveal that the internet has been bullying me over for the last year. Here's that clip.
Go ahead and try to redeem yourself. Go ahead and try to redeem yourself.
Extended clip or not, it seemed like the mother didn't even realize her daughter fell, because by the time she looked down, her daughter was already standing, to which Ashley picked her up into her arms.
And she was already
It's possible,
shocked.
as a pregnant mother at the time, Ashley may have been using her daughter as support to get up, and didn't realize how fragile her daughter was. Whether this was an accident or her true colors, this doesn't beat these next moms who are taking toxic to a disturbing level. Born to be your lover, forced to be your mother. These are the words written over footage of fully grown women and their sons on TikTok. In their captions, they both write equally concerning messages. Maybe in another life, I would be your lover, Zikanon. Words cannot describe how much.
First of all, what the hell is a zakanan? That sounds like a foreign fruit. What is a zakanan? I gotta look it up now, because what the hell is even that?
Much love is in my heart for you, my baby. I can't help that you are so attractive, my
Oh man, that's so cringe. That is the cringiest thing I've heard. Out of everybody, that is the cringiest. Because what do you mean?
Zikanan. Maybe in another life. Words can't describe how much I love you, Hayden, and how I'm so proud to be your mother. We share tons of memories together, and sometimes I wish I was your lover. My fault for making you attractive. Love you, son. This particular video.
If that ain't PDF behavior, that is crazy. Why is she kissing? She's kissing the boy in his mouth on camera. Oh, this is disturbing. This is disturbing. I already told y'all I can't handle kid. Knock my mic over. I already told y'all I can't handle kid stuff. Like kid stuff, I just can't stomach it. And I think this is going to be considered one of those kid things. Because why? A mother and a son should never be in this position. A mother and a son should never be in the frame this close, and she's tilting down.
Video went beyond a hug.
That went on way too long. That kiss went on way too long. That was way too long. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. That's too long. That is too long. And that's just how the video was edited. Only God knows how long it was before the video. That's crazy. And only God knows what she does outside the camera. That is nasty. CPS.
Naturally, viewers were shocked. We listen and we tell the judge at CPS. Yes,
she said we listen and we tell the judge. That's funny. That was a good one. That was good. I like that one.
Officer, that's her. Hey, just letting you know that this is insane. However,
for real, like I'm gonna have to like, hello 911. FBI, open up. Like no.
2 of these moms may have been rage bait. Clarissa's photo about her son Hayden was stolen from the internet. Upon a reverse image search, the photo goes back to a Huffington Post article about a mother and son that created a sex education app for teens. The real names of the mother and son are Chloe and Felix. And Jessica's kissing video did not feature her son, but a 22-year-old comedian. She later edited the caption to include, "Yes, I'm making fun of boy moms. There's no children in this."
Crazy way to rage bait though. That's a crazy way to rage bait. But do I take it back what I said? No. CPS. Because if you're willing to rage bait on something like that, who knows what you're really doing behind closed doors? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Stop it. Get some help.
This video, so if you're misconstruing it, that's on you.
How?
However, for some, this was no joking matter. Reported it. Role-playing crimes against children warrants a welfare check of the people in her.
I was just about to say that's role-playing. Yeah, that's role-playing crimes against children. That's crazy. FBI, check her phone. Check her phone and that computer, please. Someone help. Send help. Please, someone send help. I need the address. I need FBI on the case right now. Someone go help whatever child is in that family, please. Because that's crazy. That is crazy.
Her household and any minors she has access to.
Yes.
FBI been cracking down on this stuff last 3 years. Parents do things like this to test if they can get away with something in real life. As for Alexandria, many suspect her post was real because she deleted her post and privated her profile afterwards. And while that dynamic is disturbing enough, there's another layer most people overlook. How much of that family's private life ends up online. But that can be solved with today's sponsor, Incognito.
Okay. I got you. You got me. 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 You hear them bars? You hear them notes?
Trash, but I could tolerate it.
All right, sorry.
Could lead to.
Don't you also think it's crazy while these sons of theirs are growing up, they're treating them like their boyfriend? Isn't it kind of weird? Isn't it kind of weird that when these sons are actually at a grown-up state and want to search for other relationships,
they looking for
will get all offended and act like they're betraying them?
And offline, this behavior wasn't uncommon.
I know it's a whole bunch of craziness.
I know
but
it's
like,
not
this is
uncommon. What are the odds that I had relationships with 3 different guys, 3 separate occasions, 3 different times of my life, and they all had the same issue, mama's boys. And I was not intentionally looking for them. I was actually, each relationship was trying to get away from it and just found myself in it again. But you know what? I'm talking to my therapist about that, so I'm okay now. But yeah, it's very common. It's way too common. It's way too common for comfort. It should not be happening. I even know now to this day, some women who are like my age and they have young sons, and they treat them like that. So we're about to have a whole nother generation of this foolishness going on. So let that sink in.
This is so much more common than you guys think. It's not just posted on social media.
No, it's
like
real
the
life.
mothers that don't post on social media
It's real
that are
life,
doing
yeah.
this behind doors.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than y'all think.
Yeah.
This brings us back to Sigmund Freud. As we previously mentioned, many internet users have referenced Freud when talking about the boy mom phenomenon.
What is that? Who was that?
In a Freud hell is
That's funny.
this?
And what does the
Not using
father
his
of
name as an
modern
adjective.
psychology have to do with motherhood? According to therapist Alison Dubois, a lot. See, while the comments on boy mom videos are likely referencing Freud's Oedipus complex theory,
What is
where the
that?
son develops an attraction to their mother and views the father as competition, there's another theory from the psychoanalysts that may better describe what's going on. The Jocasta complex. In a TikTok, Allison explained that this is when a mother forms an unhealthy bond with her son and views them as a substitute for their father, leading to possessive behavior.
It can lead to blurred boundaries and an unhealthy dynamic, as you can imagine, where the son becomes the emotional center of the mom's life.
Of course, as Allison noted, Freud had been largely discredited. Still, she added that he wasn't completely wrong about everything, and that he provided useful insight into family dynamics, including the emotional enmeshment that happens when the mother relies on the son for validation.
This might happen due to unmet emotional needs, unresolved trauma, dissatisfaction in her own relationships, particularly with her partner.
Yes, when a woman is romantically unfulfilled, they can see their son as an opportunity to build the perfect man for themselves. However,
Okay, I think I can not relate, but I can empathize with that, because the men that I've dealt with that I'm referring to, the fathers or the stepfathers were either dead or they weren't together. I know one guy I was dating, the recent foolishness that I dealt with, I think his father got deported, so he couldn't come back to the country. So the mom, she was literally forced to raise the kids by themselves. Why would you marry an immigrant?
You need to leave.
But anyway, yeah, he got deported back to his country, so she kind of was forced to, raise the kids on her own, and she turned her son into her man, basically, and that whole relationship was horrible. Again, I'm talking to my therapist about it, so I'm fine. I won't vent to you guys. But yeah, most of the situation is usually like, unfulfilled romance, like either the father or the stepfather or the husband is either gone or not around. So there's that.
no child is prepared to handle their mother's emotional needs.
No,
And this
and they
dynamic
shouldn't.
ends up impacting both the mother's
They
and the
shouldn't.
son's ability to form healthy relationships outside of each other.
Yeah.
It sets up a dynamic where boys grow up either thinking that they're gods and or they have no idea how to navigate it.
Not to be that person, but I know one specific type of race that is guilty of this complex, and that's the Latino community. If I offend anybody, I'm not sorry, but this is true. Like a lot of the Spanish guys that I've even went to school with, been around, dated, anything, their moms treat them like they're gods. Like they can do no fucking wrong. They don't have to do nothing but stand there and be worshipped, and they worship the ground that they walk on. Like, and it's weird. It's very weird, and it's crazy, and it's just like, it's what? And that's mostly, I think I've only dated like one Spanish guy, but I went to school in Harlem, so it was like a lot of Spanish people. And they would just like, rub on their faces and stroke their hair and let them lay on their lap at their big ages of 16, 17 and just be all on them, touching them. It was always weird to me. I guess it was only weird to me because I didn't get that kind of love. I'm talking to my therapist about it, and I'm not going to vent to you guys. It's not why I'm here. I am not here for that.
A healthy relationship. Meanwhile, on the flip side, with favoritism at play, daughters can be left feeling like second-class citizens in their own homes, even though they're often the ones responsible for fixing these messes.
And this responsibility also ends up falling on the future partners of men who grew up with a boy mom.
Moms are like, you're supposed to be building your son for his future person, and they coddle them, and then they don't know how to act in these relationships with these other women.
They throw
And now they're trying
tantrums.
to-
Like they throw tantrums, they break things and throw things and do all this heinous stuff, and then expect you, the woman, the girlfriend, the victim, to just, oh, it's okay, honey. No, get the fuck out my house and go to your mom with all that bullshit.
Do what the mom should have done a long time ago.
Yeah, no.
However, trying to escape a toxic relationship with your own mother is easier said than done.
When you bring up an issue or something she said or did that hurt or bothered you, she will act like you are mortally wounding her. See, toxic mothers carry a lot of insecurity and shame. So when you confront her on her behavior, that shame feels really, really triggered. But to avoid that shame, she acts like you're the aggressor and she's the victim
It's your
by
fault.
you bringing up her behavior.
Further social media posts from boy moms have only fueled speculation into their supposedly twisted psychology. For example, Anna Saccone Jolie posted a video with her husband and her son using the text, "Thankful for my husband for creating an even better version of himself," while lip-syncing to the My Man audio. The viewers were unnerved, reported, "Your child is not your husband. This is so weird. Emotional insights back in full force. Satire or not, these are real children's lives. Creepy." Yet, despite the backlash, the boy mom community continued to post videos to concerning audios.
You'll be his first kiss, his first love, his first friend. You are his mom, and he is your whole world.
I've actually heard a guy tell me that his mom was his first love, and I looked at him like, I was like, what the do you mean by that? That is weird. Now, at the time, I thought it was just weird because I didn't have that. I didn't have that with my parents or with my mom growing up. So it was just weird to me because that's unfamiliar to me. Hearing that it's actually realistically weird in any situation, any scenario, it's kind of validates my feelings. It's just like staring clear of certain people, highly judgmental.
And making troubling statements on social media.
Yeah, because
like,
why are you
your son growing
posting
up will
that?
feel like the slowest breakup you have ever known. Do you know moms that have baby boys is because God wants them to experience true love? The thing with having sons is you know they won't be yours forever. But for now, you are their girl. But are these posts really as sinister as viewers claim? Or is the internet overreacting?
No.
Well, whether it's posting thirst traps of their sons, or whatever this is,
Later, babe.
Bye, I love you.
See you, bro. Bye, mommy.
it's clear these mother-son relationships can cross serious boundaries.
Out here serving up some breakfast. You see the way that boy grabbed them things like he was taking them yams to go? What the?
But when the relationship between a mother and their child is this intimate,
It's
what happens when the
weird.
son starts looking for emotional fulfillment elsewhere?
It
It's not
gets
just the
weird.
children in households that suffer, but anyone that comes in contact with their sons, especially if that someone happens to be a girl.
Who was that? What do you mean? That fucking girl that you were talking to, Tony. Who else?
Yes, from TikToks that warn any
yeah.
future
I'm
girlfriends.
glad she said it because I had just said it, so I don't even feel bad. I'm gonna replay it for the people in the back just in case y'all didn't see it.
Who was that? What do you mean? That fucking girl that you were talking to, Tony. Who else?
Yes, from TikToks that warn any future girlfriends or daughter-in-laws that they're teaching their son to cook so he won't be impressed by her, to statements like, raising boys who are obsessed with me so their future wife can't say they are going to her side for the holidays. It seems some boy moms already have imagined rivalries with their son's future partners.
How you already plotting on Shorty before he even get a Shorty? How you plotting on her already? I'm telling you, all of this whole scenario sounds like a crazy ex-girlfriend that just won't let it go. But it's their mom. And it's even more weird and it's more disturbing.
And for viewers, the message in these uploads comes in loud and clear. No girl in the world is good enough for these precious little boys. Anna Sakonjoli also posted a video about stalking her son's first girlfriend. After learning the first letter of her name, she captioned the post, "He's 5, but you can never be too prepared." Viewers were not amused. One TikTok user warned, "I hope you don't do this with every girlfriend in the future. Toxic boy mom is all fun and games until he disowns you." And another user stood up for the little girls who were seemingly being villainized by boy moms. "And I'm a girl mom who will do something about it if you disrespect my daughter."
For real.
But amid the backlash,
because let your raggedy ass son come up into my daughter's life and start I will and your mom. Don't even think that you about to come over here with that foolishness. Not mine. Listen here. All you boy moms, keep your raggedy sons with you. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Nobody of good character and a good personality want to deal with that. Keep that with you. That's what you wanted. You keep that with you. Let him stay with you for the rest of his life. Don't bring your raggedy ass son over here, cause I'm ready, and you already know where I stand. The smallest inconvenience.
From viewers, there was at least one positive comment. "You should be an actress," one user wrote. Anna, however, replied, "I'm not acting." And it's not just little boys these mothers are overly protective of. When sons of toxic moms grow into teens and adults, the mothers continue to see their sons' love interests as threats. In one deleted TikTok, a mother seemingly passive-aggressively wrote, "Just making my son's girlfriend a sandwich," as she eats everything in the house.
The idea of being into your 30s or 40s and fighting with a teenage girl or a girl in her early or mid-20s is baffling to me.
It's giving jealous. It's giving jealous. And it's weird that it's giving jealous. That is...
I don't know what boy mom needs to hear this, but your son is not responsible for romantically fulfilling your needs.
But as hard as toxic mothers try to keep their sons for themselves, eventually, each boy mom is forced into her final form. The monster-in-law. Social media is full of mother-in-law horror stories. And one of the most unsettling comes from content creator Brampty, who shared her nightmare experience of giving birth.
I was like, I don't want your mom in the room. Like, I only want you and
She didn't get along with my mom at that time.
I was like, I only want you and my mom in the room.
Her husband, however, chose to argue with her on this.
And he's like, I want my mom in the room. I'm like, no, it's not about you.
The husband's insistence that the mother join them in the room could be the result of emotional grooming from childhood, leaving him unable to put anyone above his mother, even his wife. After all, in the end, the mother was present for the delivery as...
Why would you procreate with him? Why would you give him a baby? I don't understand that. If you knew, like, and this is something that I don't get, especially younger women. And not even younger women, because you got a lot of old heads that be acting like this too. If he's already showing you who he is, and I'm just speaking from my personal experience, something that I've experienced myself, so I feel like I'm validated enough to say this, whether I made that right choice or not. I'm just saying from my experience, if he's already showing you signs that he ain't shit, and the mom is showing you signs that she is okay with him not being shit, why are you giving him a baby and making her a grandmother? Why? You can't love him that much that you are willing to put yourself through that kind of hell, because dealing with a mom who can't stay out your business it's a headache. It's a problem. Why are you willing to put yourself through that all because of whatever it is that you feel? Feelings come and go, honey. You can love him today and hate him tomorrow. You will live. You will be all right. Stop procreating with people who are already giving you a problem before you even think about procreating. And I'm saying this from my experience, because I've procreated with people that wasn't shit. Stop procreating with people who are already letting you know that they're going to be a problem. Okay? I'm glad we had this talk.
As were a few other guests.
Literally, we had my mom, you, your mom, your brother, and your aunt, who I never spoke to in my whole fucking life in the room.
That's
From
too
the
many
way
people.
Bramty spoke about her labor,
That's too many people.
it was clear the memory was painful.
When I gave birth to my kids, only people that went in the room was the nurse and the midwife. I don't want nobody in the room bothering me in my face. I just want to have the baby. Now, when I had my first daughter, I had my mom, I had my daughter's godmom, I had no, that was it. It was just my mom and my daughter's godmom. That was it. Where was her father? That's a story I'll have to tell my therapist, because I'm not discussing that yet. I mean, if you want to know, I'll tell you. If you want to know, let me know in the comments. I'll tell you. I'll share it. I have no problem sharing with you guys. I just don't want to overshare, especially if no one asks, because I do a lot of things that people don't ask for. But stuff like that, if you want it, I'll give it to you. But I'm pretty sure nobody wants to. But yeah, and after that, I just wanted to have my baby. I didn't want anybody in the room with me. If you're not going to come into the room to comfort me, but you just want to be there, no. If you're not coming to support and comfort me, because I am uncomfortable at this point, stay out. Not arguing with you about who's going to be in a room. Both of you can leave.
Especially since her husband chose his mother over her.
Yeah,
she would have had my back then, like, all right, Bramty, like, you're about to give birth, everybody out, only what my wife wants. But you didn't have that mentality, and you just had your mom's back most of the time.
But it wasn't just the fact that her mother-in-law was in the room that made this a scarring delivery. It was the fact that she proceeded to do whatever she wanted once inside.
And I remember your mom and your aunt.
Oh, she's
taking pictures,
talking to her husband about this on a podcast. I mean, to each his own. Whatever you need to do to get it off your chest, honey. But he's here. Okay, yeah, sit down and listen to it, sir.
While I am pushing, then to later find out that your aunt had sent those pictures to family members.
I would consider that an inconvenience, and you already know what's about to come. That's disrespectful. Now, I've been disrespected before, but I have never been disrespected like that. That is the most disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
That's right. The mother and aunt captured the intimate moment without even asking for permission. And this isn't the only example of a husband letting his mother do whatever she wants at the expense of the wife's happiness. Just take a look at this viral video of a mother-in-law ruining what was supposed to be the biggest surprise in her daughter-in-law's pregnancy.
Well, that's a surprise for her, isn't it?
Giggling.
The mother-in-law not only dropped the gender reveal cake, but was clapping and celebrating while ignoring the once-in-a-lifetime surprise splattered all over the floor.
Well done.
Clearly, the wife wasn't happy. And it wasn't just the mother-in-law she was upset with. Her husband, who allowed his mother to carry the cake despite what his wife told him, was also to blame.
Are you serious?
I tripped on the step and I had my
This is why I said to you before, don't let your mum be the one that brings in the cake. Oh my God. Do you realise you've ruined the one day that was special in this whole pregnancy? I was so excited for this day and you've ruined it.
So, while the mother-in-law claimed she hadn't ruined the surprise on purpose, it was the husband's decision to ignore his wife's request that hurt her the most.
She did that on purpose. She did that on purpose. She did that intentionally. Because she wanted to know before they did, and she couldn't like take a peek without making it be known that she took a peek, and she made it seem like it was an accident. She did that shit on purpose. That was intentional.
It's just an accident. I felt like
I don't care.
It wasn't no fucking accident. Sorry.
This is why you shouldn't have let her. This is why I said, will you go and get the cake?
Still, the mother-in-law and the husband didn't seem to understand why the wife was so devastated.
We're not going to sort it. How are we going to sort it? First of all, it's ruined.
No, we've still got 20 minutes till they come round.
No, but it's the fact that I know. I wanted a big surprise. What are you having? Girl?
Yeah, I did as well.
Like every other person gets when they do a gender reveal.
Of course, as the adult sons of boy moms often do, the husband took his mother's side.
I'm just saying she didn't do it on purpose. And I think
it doesn't matter if she didn't do it on purpose. She's still done it, hasn't she?
But it was an accident.
At this point, is it too late for an abortion? I'm sorry, because no. If this is how the rest of my life is going to go, drop me off at the corner. No, absolutely not. No.
The comment section, however, wasn't so trusting. If the wife pretty much called it before it happened, it wasn't an accident. I know it was not an accident. My mother-in-law was a nightmare, always playing victim. She could have yelled and said, "Don't come in here, I've dropped the cake and you don't want to ruin it."
Right.
And as one user pointed out, when it comes to mother-in-law horror stories, it's always the husband's mom. As another viral video proves, this wasn't the only boy mom to destroy her daughter-in-law's gender.
The way she almost hit her stomach. The way she almost bumped into her. And she big as hell. Oh, bro, that's an inconvenience. That's an inconvenience. Bring out the, you gotta bring it out. That's an inconvenience.
Reveal.
Oh, the way she, she damn near knocked her over.
Yes, the mother-in-law ran over to hug her son before her daughter-in-law even had a chance, stealing the special moment for herself. And while the mother-in-law may have been preoccupied with her own emotions, it was clear to everyone else that the reveal hadn't gone the way the wife pictured.
She tight. I be tight. No, at this point, everybody get out. Everybody get out. Nobody moving. Let that thing go. Let it go, because this is now considered an inconvenience. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Mom, aunt, cousins, little brother, everybody gotta go at this point. Everybody get out my house.
But while the husband checked on his wife, when she confronted his mother, well,
as she should,
he seemed to take mommy's dearest side.
You just completely stole our moment.
No, come on then.
This is our baby.
So, the wife was forced to fight the battle alone.
It's not like I'm worried. I just want to address it because I don't think this was right. I'm excited that you have the baby. You didn't hook me. I'm had it. You got a wheelchair every day. Like, what's the problem? Yes, but then we just found out we're going to have a little baby girl.
It's fine.
I don't think it's my best friend.
Everyone's happy. Come on.
The mother-in-law, however, wanted to hear everything the wife had to say. That's when the mother-in-law came back.
The way he would have been sleeping on the couch. The way he wouldn't have been getting none of this. None, you ain't touching me at all, sir. The way you would have been sleeping at your mom's house is crazy.
With a comment even her husband couldn't defend. However, when she...
If you dismiss my feelings and say it's hormonal, that is an inconvenience. And what do we say to inconveniences?
She realized no one was on her side. She did something mother-in-laws are infamous for, turned herself into the victim. But what's worse than a mother-in-law celebrating too intensely? A mother-in-law sabotaging. In a moment that was supposed to be special, the mother interjected in a shocking way.
Whoa.
He's proposing.
You're not marrying her.
We've not spoken about this. What are you doing?
Yo. The way that thing would have been ringing, not at anybody. Definitely wouldn't have hit anybody. But the way that thing would have been let loose. Excuse me? You're gonna interrupt my proposal and say some crazy woman, you got a death wish. Fucking with me, you got a death wish. Absolutely the fuck not.
You can't marry her.
Even when his father tried to intervene, she continued to argue.
I see.
It's nothing to do with you.
Everything to do with
no,
me.
It's not. He's old enough to make his own.
He's my only son. My only son, and he's not marrying her.
Saying, "He's my only son," repeatedly, and using it as justification to block his relationship may point to possessiveness. The situation only got worse when the mother made offhand comments.
Oh
What's
my
wrong with
God.
me?
Oh dear. I'm going before it kicks
You're
off.
better than this. And spending that money on that's just mad.
No, Mum, you're
crazy.
across the line here.
No.
The mother also seemed to be the only one who had an ideal type in mind for her son.
No, he's not marrying her.
What's wrong with her?
We didn't have something like her in mind, did we, when we talked to her?
What's this we thing? Don't bring me into it.
Now we've gone over toxic boy mom.
You're not saying no shit like that in front of me and comfortable. You are not going to say something like that in front of me, in front of my man, and be comfortable. Nah. I mean, you can say it, but you're not going to be comfortable saying it. Like after it leaves your lips, after it already comes out of your mouth, you are not going to be comfortable at all. You're going to feel so uncomfortable you can't even sleep when you get home.
Overbearing mother-in-laws. But what happens when these boy moms blur the lines between parental love and actual romance? An infamous case from 2016 to 2017 took place in Clovis, New Mexico. 37-year-old mother, Monica Mayers, gave up her son, Caleb Peterson, when he was a baby, but they reconnected over Facebook when he was 18. At 19, Caleb moved back in with his mom, where they both fell in love with each other.
I'm sorry, I don't know how you react to this. I'm your mom and you're my son, and I am falling in love with him.
And Caleb explained he initiated their first kiss.
I had feelings behind it. It had a spark, and that ever since then it just stayed.
Caleb also gave his justifications for their relationship.
If it comes down to it, it's just like the gays. They're as long as they're over 18, everything.
Did he just compare incest to being gay?
Wait, what?
What the fuck is wrong with people? Is this real life? Am I still on planet Earth? Did I
Today, Junior?
Shoot to Mars somehow, some man didn't realize it. Is this North America?
Everything's fine.
They tried to keep their relationship a secret at first, but they shared the house with Monica's 8 other children, who eventually found out, and some even.
Wait. She got 8 other kids? I have a serious question. I got a question. Who is getting this woman pregnant? Who is procreating with this woman? And does she have the same relationship with her other kids? Oh my God, them poor babies. Oh, somebody call CPS, please. Somebody please call CPS. I don't understand how people post this stuff and go on TV with this stuff and nobody calls CPS.
Called Caleb Dad. What they didn't see coming was an arrest for their illegal relationship.
Yeah.
In 2016, a neighbor found out about their relationship, and they got into a heated argument that resulted in an attack.
We got beaten up, jumped, because
After that, the neighbor reported their relationship, which led to an arrest. The neighbor didn't face any charges for their.
Completely valid. Definitely valid response. Valid consequence. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she needs to be in jail. She needs to be in jail. He needs therapy, but she needs to get locked up. I need her to get locked up pronto and get them kids from her too.
Their violence. Monica and Caleb pled guilty to 4th-degree incest and were given 3 years probation each. After.
What the fuck kind of punishment is that? I mean, I guess because they're not necessarily hurting other people. It's just against the law to do something. I don't know.
After probation, they were ordered to stay away from each other for a year and a half. However, the couple vowed to stay together, and by mid-2020, they were free to reconcile. People felt horrible for Caleb. She gave birth and raised her future husband. Damn, this is sick. As a mom, I almost want to cry right now. No joke. How can you pervert that relationship between a son and a mother? It's a special thing. How can anyone abuse their kid in this way?
That's abuse.
Others felt the spark they described was not romantic at all. I feel so sorry for this young man. What he really wanted was the love for his mother as his mother. This phenomenon actually happens quite often to parents/siblings who are separated at birth or for a long time. They need psychological help. And some were worried that this could create a dangerous pattern. Now I'm afraid that he will sleep with his daughter if he has one in the future. And can you imagine if he has a son?
Exactly. That's exactly it. The relationship between parent and child is perverted. Like, God forbid he have a kid and he's just like, oh, I fell in love with my daughter. And then like I told y'all I can't stomach kid stuff. So this is going to be the only exception. There will be no more kid stuff after this. I didn't realize that it was going to be like this. I can't stomach it. My heart is heavy right now. So you know what? I think I'm just going to end the video there. Thank you for checking me out, guys. Make sure you like my videos, subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff. I'll have a better outro eventually. I'm gonna get it together because I'm rebranding. So but thank you for checking me out. See you guys in the next video. Bye. What the fuck? What type video was that?